Hi, everybody. Hi, family. This is kgothi or Mrs. Mokwebo. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I would like to say thank you so much for those who have subscribed. Guys, thank you. You know, I reached 50 subscribers in a month.
Wow.
In a month, which means it means a lot to me. It means so much a lot. I would like to say thank you so much. We're in the road to 100 subscribers by the end of what? Probably by the end of June. Let's try to get to 100 subscribers by June. Even before that, that will be like the most beautiful thing that could happen. Guys, because I'm 17, I just decided just to have a sit down with you guys and have a conversation and just talk about certain things. Like, hey? It's been how long? You feel like and just have a conversation. Because the last time I spoke to you, I think it was the time I had an incident of poisoning myself. Mistakenly, per se. I'm drinking my coffee, guys. I'm from work, so I just need some just to chat with you guys. Guys, today we're gonna talk about being a new mom and being a new mom at the same time being distant, like a distant new mom. Cause yeah, let's just start. Okay, with me, remember, I gave birth last year, June 2023, on the 3rd of June, and my maternity I spent 3 months at home with my baby boy, with the help of my mom, helping me with everything on how to deal with the whole new baby stuff, And then we had a discussion, Nalihabi, that when I come back, we'll have to leave the baby home. When I come back to Johannesburg, we'll have to leave the baby home. So we agreed on that. At home, the parents, my parents, just until we are back onto our feet. So guys, I have some few notes here on what I'm going to be talking about, because I don't want to miss out on other conversations, on other things that I wanted to tell you about. Okay, as I said, we're talking about it being a new mom, as a distant mom. So as I said, she's been there since last year. So basically what we have decided is that every 2 weeks we would go home. I would go home and just go check up on him and spend a weekend. If there's a need, like to take another day off, like I'm 17, I would take leave just to spend time with him, because he's not this side. So basically that's what we decided. So as time went by, as you know, every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks get high. So the second time after the maternity, I felt like my baby couldn't recognize me. I felt like nasangizi, to a point where he would look at me and say, and just not say anything, but look at me in a weird way. It's like, who is this woman? I don't know her. Like, it's like that thing of hangizi. And it didn't really sit well with me that my child couldn't recognize me, It felt so hurtful, to a point that if you look at and stay with him in Johannesburg, you get what I mean. So it was a bit tough the first time and having to see him as unrecognized. But I even told my mom, I remember, I was like, yo ma, Inak is not, like, he can't recognize, it's like Hangiti. It's like he knows my mom as Mama Khach, which is not wrong, but I would like him to actually know me as Mama Hai too. So as I said, I was like, okay, let me just be calm about it. My mom was like, no, don't be upset. Don't be emotional about it. It happens. It's been 2 weeks or some more, and it's not, it's kidding. It's used to it that you come and go. and he's actually used to bona because he lives with them. You get what I mean? So I was like, okay, no, it's fine. So apart from that, yeah, so Nale Habi, we decided that, okay, not let him stay in Rustenburg, and then probably when he turns 1, that's when we can see we can take him, because where I stay, it's a good place. It's just that we felt like if we can just get back to our feet. Remember Nikilimo maternity, and certain things like financially wise, to be honest, it was not really wow in a way, in a sense that you know, you end up thinking, oh shit, if I go back to my place and I'm taking my child, I need to make sure I have this certain amount of money for creche and other stuff. You get what I mean? So it was that situation. So yeah, that is basically that about feeling how I like being a new mom and being distant from my child, and sort of, you know. So being one thing I've realized is that being a new mom, you tend to be so overprotective of your child. You tend to feel like you need to call every second, because I remember after going back to work, man, I would call my sister, my mom at the same, like, and just because my sister uses a smartphone, even my mom, but then my mom doesn't really have data and all that. So I would call my sister just to have a video call to go to so that I can be okay. You get me? And I would call like probably 3 times, like in the morning, during the day, and probably just to check if he's okay. So it was that kind of thing that I'm not seeing my baby. I'm not literally going to spend time with him. He's not gonna know me. He's just gonna know my mom and my sister and my dad, and he's gonna know them as their parents, as his parents. Nah, I'm just gonna be that random person that comes and go. So it didn't really sit really well with me. It felt so hurtful that I even felt guilty. I'm leaving him behind. Like I felt like what I did was really horrible. I felt like I was a bad mom at the same time, because he ended up not knowing who I am. He didn't recognize me immediately when I came. I went home, back. But either way, as I think the next day, I think Saturday, we were unrecognized because I slept with him. Was the same room, and my mom was like, you know what? I'm not gonna sleep with you guys. So that he can just get to adjust you. The next day, Saturday, I felt like he felt me. Oh no, this is mama, you know. He now ended up recognizing me, ended up being so lovey-dovey. How should I say? Being so nice and saying, this is my mom. You know how kids are with their mothers. They and all that, but he started being there, and I was like, okay, he's coming back. My child is coming back. You get what I mean? So that was basically the situation. So one thing I also realized about being a new mom is that I remember I had a conversation with my husband before I gave birth. Like we would talk about certain things like remember, I'm Zwana, my husband is Venda. So we would have different views in terms of naming our child. So according to him, he would say, no, and I was like, no freaking way. I'm gonna also name my child. This is my first child, you know. So it felt like you know, it was that situation whereby rapikizana, no, right, but we ended up having to decide on names that are perfect for our child. So our baby's full name is Inake Riamogetswe Mokwebo. So basically, Lina la gage limina la ntlha la Inake means to beautify, go ntlafatsa. That's the meaning of it, according to what my husband said. You know, I came a vendor, so obviously I need to understand what it means. So, but he said to beautify, you know, that's what it means. And Riamogetswe is acceptance. You know, he's been accepted, basically. So that's a name that I chose, and I felt like my child has been accepted. God has accepted my request in a way that God, this, and you gave me what I wanted. That's why I gave my child Lina la re amogetswe. O amogetswe. Like God has accepted, or he is accepted into whatever situation it is. So Mokwebo is the surname, yeah, Papa Hai, which is me, Mokwebo Lena. So that's the full name that we decided for our baby boy, Inake Riamogetswe Mokwebo. So he has two names and a surname. So yeah, basically that's what it is. Being a new mom, guys, especially a distant one, it's really, 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 really hard on me specifically, because not seeing your child every single day, it takes a toll on you. You end up, because I remember every 2 weeks when I go home, there's changes, you know, there's changes whereby because at first, the first time when I went back to Johannesburg, the first 2 weeks of maybe let's say July, he was still a baby. Come on, now 4 months, I think 4 to 5 months. When he turned 6 months, no, I think it was 6 or 5, somewhere there. I called my mom. I was like, yo, ma, how's my baby and all that. She was like, no, Oshapu. Like now he's sitting down. I was so excited. And I was like, I feel like I was there. I wish I was there when he started to sit down. Ramona Anna Fati Kamaraho. You get what I mean? I get Nessa Fati, not us having to balance him with the pillows and all that. But my mom was like, hey, and he's already doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I get home, I see that he sits down perfectly and we don't have to balance him. That, it made me so, I was happy. I was really, really happy that my child is actually growing up, you know. But at the same time, I was like, I wish I was there. I wish the first time I do like a marajo without them balancing him, it would, you know, like I wish I was there. But unfortunately, I was in Johannesburg and working, you know. Then the next week, boom, my mom says, hey, ula tawa crawl. I'm like, oh my goodness. No, not before crawling, the teeth, you know. Oh, a teeth. I was like, because I saw something inside the mouth, but usually he doesn't like people touching his mouth or kissing him or doing stuff, you know. He doesn't like that. And I was like to my mom, hey man, give us something. Mama Kabar, no, maybe it's because men I ate and stuff like that. A week after, when I called, before the 2 weeks that I need to go back home, I called and my mom was like, hey, no. I was like, oh my freaking no. Why Nasa didn't you know the time that weekend? You get what I mean? So it was a happy moment that my child is growing up. Even when I was telling my husband, I told my husband, after I saw the teeth, like the milk tooth, I was like, I was like, hey, I'm calling my hubby, he needs to see this. You know, I called a video call, I was like, guess what? I don't want, no, there's a tooth, boom. I don't what, Carlina. He was so excited. He wanted everyone to see the tooth. But knowing my baby, he doesn't want to open his mouth. But we tried to remove like, you know, the tooth to show, basically. And he was so excited. And he was like, yo, baby, I wish he was with us, you know, as in like staying with us and the development that's you get what I mean? And then the next week, the next 2 weeks, my mom tells me he's crawling. I'm like, hell no. This child is waiting for me to go so that he can start doing things. And when I come, he's already doing it. And then I took a video when I got home as to see he really crawl. Oh my freaking no. I saw he was crawling. And it was so cute. I think I posted it in my short videos where he was, he was crawling towards me. Guys, the feeling of seeing him crawling like that, I'm like, oh my god, my child is growing up so fast. Even my husband was like, hi man, this child is growing up so fast. He doesn't want to take time. Like, he's just doing his thing. He's growing up. The next thing, after 2 weeks, By the time he's 9 months, guys, 9 freaking months. So there's a lot of things that my child is doing that I wish, a lot of developments that are coming with from him that I wish I was basically there to physically see it when it starts. But unfortunately, I'm in Johannesburg. I'm working. So we are in a process of wanting to take him back. We're in a process of wanting to see if we can creche is sharp, because around where we stay, guys, we're thinking, I believe if you're gonna take your child to a like creche, find a proper creche, find a proper school that you know who you trust and you feel comfortable with it. When you get to work, you don't have to always call or ask yourself because you know the creche out there are just so dodgy. So I'm trying my level best. I wish there was creche in kindergarten in Rusty Mega, guys. That kindergarten, my friend's child goes there. It is affordable, it is nice, it looks like it's a good school. I haven't heard any complaints from my friend. But coming to Johannesburg, let's just be honest, guys, Johannesburg is very expensive. It is so expensive. So when we check which schools we want for our baby, basically the schools that I prefer, they're so expensive. Because the ones that I saw, especially, I think it was Rivonia where I were. No, Rivonia. I think Rivonia, the one I checked, it was around 4.5. Mind you, it's just like half day, basically. Get me? So it's really, really tough. And you just want the best for your child. You get what I mean? You want the best for your child. So yeah, that's basically it about a new mom. You just want to be in control. You want to control everything that comes to your child. I remember there was some certain like, I don't know, let me say, like something like, I don't know, when it's your first child, you want to experience a lot of things with your child. You want to be the one naming your child. You want to be the one kisa. You want to decide who and sort of, you know. And I was one person who was so skeptical about giving my child solid food before Atwara 4 months, you know. I was so skeptical. I felt like 3 months is just too young. Mind you, guys, my baby loves food. He's a big baby, like a big baby, you know. So I was just, by that time I was breastfeeding, and nasa khori ngwanaka, you get what I mean, nasa khori. So I was advised to and maybe you should just give him food, like solid food, but make it like metinya. But I was a bit skeptical. I felt like solid food are just so not good, not yet. I'm not ready to give my child food at that time, you get me? So as a new mom, you tend to feel you want to be overprotective of your child, you know, and you end up forgetting you have a husband, you know, you have a partner that you need to decide with, you get me? So I will end up just deciding things for my son and not considering my husband on certain things, which is very unfair. Not forgetting that I'm a girl and una le partner consult in terms of ngwana, you know. So it comes to that, you're just overprotective. You just want the best for your child, and what you think is right, you know. You wouldn't want to listen. Yes, you will take advice. That I will not, you know. You would take advice from people. You would think of what they're saying and just, you know, but at the same time the final decision is yours. So I'm particularly like that, especially when it comes to my child. Like, I'm just overprotective. Even when I'm home, let's say after 2 weeks now, I'm the one taking care of him, obviously. And if I were to see a scratch, not that I don't trust my mother or anything like that, but I trust my mother with everything, with my life, with my child. If I didn't trust my mom with my life and my child, I was not going to leave my child with her. you know. But it's that thing of being a new mom. You just check, you randomly just bathing the baby, and suddenly you see maybe a scratch or something, because he would normally scratch his face, and he would have a mark on his face, and you would ask yourself, and then what happened? And you would say, Ma, can't you, what happened? Does he have a scratch on his butt or something like that? Because also my child has eczema. So hey, you know, when a child that has eczema, you would end up even getting worried about even little things. You would see something on the skin, or when it's something worse than like eczema, but it's controllable. One thing I've seen, it's very controllable. It's getting better. It's something, I think by the time we took him to the doctor, they said it's an eczema. They said it's a chronic one. You know, it's a chronic one, but it comes and go. So we even got they recommended, I guess like Goloza. People are actually talking about that what you call cream for the eczema thingy. So it's that moment where when you go home, you need to check. You need to not really check, but out of nowhere you will bat the baby and see a scratch, and you wonder what happened. Did he fall? You would ask a lot of questions, or you would call via video call, and maybe Naja, as you know how babies when they eat Haja, and then let's something here, and you would think, how can the guys, why is so much more, such stuff, because you just feel like you need to be in control. You want to be in control of everything when it comes to your child. Do you get what I mean? So being a new mom and a very distant one, it's a very difficult thing, guys. It's a horrible feeling, but it's a learning curve. I get to miss my child so bad. You don't understand. I get to miss my baby so bad. On Sunday, my heart gets so, it's like you feel like I from the inside. You get me? Because you saying bye to your child, and you're only gonna see him like after 2 weeks, which is so long. It feels like it's a month or 3 months, and it's just 2 months. You get me? So it's literally hard, and it is something that I'm trying my level best to get through it. And the other day, I remember Habi was like, oh, I baby, basically baby boy since baby boy since we miss him. It's been long, because I'm more, Lena, it's taking a toll on him, because he doesn't see him every day, so it's hard. It's a new mom. It's difficult, guys. But I would like to get some advice on how to handle the situation. But I think I'm handling it well, guys. Per se, really, I think I'm handling it well. I'm not really stressing much about it, because at the moment, I feel like also leaving my child at home, it's helping me in a way that, because I'm studying, I work, I go to work and come back very late. Probably I come back at home around 5, and there's studying that I need to do. So there's just a lot of things that I need to do, and I feel like if he was here, I was really not gonna have enough time for him to actually spend time with him. But at the same time, I feel it's time for him to come home now, But we decided that excuse me, guys, sorry for sniffing. We definitely need to take him. We definitely need to have some quality time. Go motho ga tsa mosebetsing a itse gore ina ke re ya mo khwetse mo kwebo is yeah, good sound ya gage alla, or crawling around the apartment here, and I would love that. I would literally love that. But I believe it will happen with God's help, with God's mercy. It will happen. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. I am a new mom of a boy, a very sweet boy. Guys, I just noticed, Mama the other day, we're going to Venda now. We're going home, for my husband's home, for Easter. My child, if he doesn't know you, if he hasn't seen you before, he's gonna cry. He cries. Ne? So I'm like to my mom, like, oh my goodness. Is he gonna be able to handle it? The whole day. Vonko, vonko. Because obviously, he will not handle it. He will not handle being left alone on the floor there at crawler like he does at home. He would want to be held by me because he knows me. So it's a difficult thing, guys. My child utaba bad. That boy, how old was he? I think the time we go my mom's home. The time we go my mom, there was a function, I think a party. My child was lovely, like was a lovely to everybody. Anyone could hold him, anyone could carry him. Not now. Now Garwa recognize and you ask me, I do not know you. You don't look like my mother or my dad or my grandmother or my grandfather or my auntie. None. You don't know. I don't know you. You get what I mean? It's so funny. It's so funny. It is. I remember last weekend the time guys, I put him on my back because but I think it was not so. So as I'm putting him on my back, there's a because we have a business selling chicken. We sell chickens. So he came in the yard to come buy the chicken. But the poor guy, he didn't even come into the kitchen. He was standing outside. Just because the guy looked at him, he cried. He cried like nobody's business. I was like, what's going on? My mom was like, what's happening, mang. That's why I'm like, oh my God. So I need to move away so that he can be okay. I moved, guys. I had to go to the bedroom. I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be hard on me. This is gonna be so hard. Imagine, guys, I might get that strong. Duties of being a new mom. Guys, yes, this is basically what I wanted to talk to you about, being a new mom. Especially a distant one, not seeing your child every single day, how it has taken a toll on me, how I've been feeling lately about it. And yeah, but I'm okay. I'm handling it well and it's gonna be fine. And I believe I'm doing a good job. I believe I'm a good mom. And even if I'm not around, I know he's around people that loves him, that takes well care of him. So I have nothing to worry about, to be honest. I have nothing to be worried about. It's just that instance of being a new mom and you just want to see your child every single day and you want good things for him and you just don't want him to get hurt. Because I remember when I'm home, every single time when I'm home, when he sees me, like my child doesn't do that. What the fuck? Like he would just cry and he would want me to hold him, carry him. He doesn't even care when I'm busy with something. No, he wants to be held. He wants to be held. He wants to be with mama. That's all he wants. He just wants to be held. Whew, my child is just, wow. Being a new mom. Tell me about it. Guys, that's all I wanted to talk to you about. I also wanted to say thank you so much for the subscribers that just subscribed. I am so happy. I didn't expect to actually get 50 subscribers in a month. You know, and people viewing my channel. I am literally so much happy. So I appreciate it. I am literally thankful for you guys. And I'll see you in the next vlog. Remember, guys, the next vlog but I'm not too sure how to upload it on that weekend, or I might just upload it on the 1st of April when I come back. But yeah, guys, Easter is vendor. We're going to vendor, guys. Because I'm a baby boy. Or enjoy. I don't know, this is my family. You get what I mean? So, but either way, guys, this is KG. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to love. What have I said? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Rirayano mo channeling ina ke wa le kopa ina ke re amogetse mokwebo wa le kopa gore le subscribe bo cuteness ba gagwe o kopa gore le tsenge le subscribe so that you can see more of him, guys. More of me, more of him. Guys, thank you so very much for subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.